is the second half of the tutorial where I'm going to show you where the effects libraries are, how to add some transitions to your clips so you can extend out the animation and also add some interest. To make sure that you have access to the effects, you need to go to Window, and if this isn't checked, Effects Controls and Effects, you need to check those two panels, or those two controls basically. You can also do Essential Graphics, that can be lead in and lead out, but they won't be automatic, so you have to go ahead and check them. Go to Window, check these two, and then you'll have access to them. Now with that checked, you can see I go to the effects panel here, that's in my media area, and then I have all these options of things that I can do to my clips over here, okay? The other thing I want to show you is that if you double click on any one of your panel images, it will come up in this preview area here on the left. So this plays the movie through as a preview, but this lets you manipulate specific areas. Once it's open, you can go over to Effects Controls, and you can see there's different things that you can do with this panel once it's activated. Let me go ahead and scroll on it. Select the clip, and then there will be effects that you can do there, okay, once you start working with it there. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the effects menu, and I'm going to pick from, there's presets, audio, video, and right at the bottom is video transitions. And this can allow me to get some interesting effects in between 1 and 2. Now I set it up so it was a zoom automatically, but I can do a little bit more so it's that much more interesting. I could do a cross dissolve so that it will go into one scene to another. I can dip to black, dip to white, different things that I can do there. Let's try the dip to white first. All I need to do is grab that effect, drag it where I want it. I want it in between these two clips here, and drop. Then I'm going to run it over and see what happens. Okay, so let me go ahead and play that. Okay, so that gives a little bit of a transition to the zoom. It doesn't jump so much. If you don't like that, if you want to try something else, you click directly on the effect and then press delete, and that will get rid of it. Maybe I want to do something different, like a cross zoom. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that on top. Go back here and see what happens there. Maybe that's something that's more of the pace or the feeling that I want for the film. So I can leave that there. The other thing that I can do is once I have selected that transition, the effects controls are going to show me other things that I can do with that. So I can change the way that it actually does that cross zoom. I could start at the cut here, so I can move it up a little bit where the two panels meet. Okay. Or I can do end at cut, and that will put it in a different location. Okay, maybe that's a little better, so I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to press pause to stop my slider there. So you can see you can do a lot of different things. You can even manipulate the effects, or the transitions alone can do a lot for your video. I'm going to go back to the clip itself, so you can see that I've selected the clip in the timeline, and now I have a lot of different options because I have my effects controls open. I have some options of things that I can do here, okay? Maybe actually, I've already done some stuff here, so I'm gonna go to the cabin interior, and I'm gonna do maybe something here where I get a bit of a zoom in this particular situation as well. Maybe I can go real close and come out here. So to do that, I need to start at the beginning of my clip. I need to decide which thing is going to do that, probably scale. I'm at 100% if I take it up higher. So if I go slide it up, so I'm sliding on that scale position, I can slide it up there. I can click this stopwatch on scale, move my slider all the way to the end. This is called keyframing, okay? Here, take it back down, so when I moved it to the end of the clip, I can take it back down to 100%. And that's another way that I can get an effect in a clip. Okay, so now I have this scaling going on with this particular clip. Let me go through here. I had the jump transition. I have the outside of the cabin. I could do something there. And then I have this nice keyframe that does a slow zoom for the interior, again, giving it a little bit of an effect there or a sense of an animation. So those are two simple things that you can do with effects to give some movement to still frames as you're putting your video or your animation, basically, because we're using still frames. So as you're putting this animation together, this can be some things that you do with that to add a little more interest and movement.